Welcome to your ear stimulation session. I'm going to be showing you some points that you can treat in your own ears at home for your insomnia. I'm Dave Maybee, Director of the Canadian Institute of Auricular Medicine. Hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified next time we put out another video. Let's get into it. Before we get into the points themselves, I want you to do an ear massage. So I want you to start at your earlobes and just massage your ears. Again, just so it hurts a little bit, but feels good. It's a good kind of hurt. So you're not pinching too hard. And so just massage your earlobes and then go up the edge of your ear. This is called the helix. And just massage the helix. Get used to what it feels like on your fingers and get down here in the concha. Now you're not putting your finger right in your ear, of course. You're just massaging inside the concha, massaging this little bump here on the side. There. And you can do that with both ears. So this is a good way to start, just to give yourself a full body massage. If you're ever feeling tired in the day, you can just give yourself a nice ear massage for even just a minute, and it makes a huge difference in your energy. Now, let's stimulate some points together. So the first point that we're going to do is the pineal point. The pineal gland is a gland in your brain that deals with your circadian rhythm, your sleep and wake cycle, among many other things. To find this, we're just going to go straight here. So right from your lobe, you go up to this little notch here, and then just out onto the face a little bit, right on the edge where the ear meets the face. We're going to stimulate this point, just little circles without sliding on the skin, not too much pressure. Now, it's possible that this point might not be active for you, and that's okay, because there will be other points that we'll look for. This isn't active in every single case of insomnia, but it is a common point that's active for insomnia. So if you're not finding it, try just moving around a little bit in that area with a little bit of pressure, and you might just mean a little bit of a shift of angle might actually be the problem. And so if you just shift your angle a little bit until you find that really tender spot, well, then you have it. And you just keep stimulating that. Again, not too much pressure, just enough pressure that you're feeling the tenderness there. And you can go clockwise or counterclockwise, doesn't matter. You can switch it up, and you'll probably feel when it's about enough. That's about enough for me. Whew. Okay, that was a good one. The next point we're going to look for is the Valium point, or the diazepam point. Now, it's named after a drug because it has a similar effect on the brain as the drug does, which is to help calm the nervous system. We're going to jump right into looking for it, and it's right about here. Okay, so what you want to do from the lobe is just to go up along the edge of your ear, just on this side, and right in about in the middle, a little lower than the middle of this bump here called the tragus, you'll find a spot that is likely going to be tender. And I found one here. Oh yeah, that's very tender. So we're going to just go in small circles. And if you're having trouble finding it, you can poke around in that area a little bit more, change the angle of your tool that you're using. Hopefully something that's just a little bit pointy, not sharp. Remember, you don't want to pierce the skin. Just using a little bit of pressure, and you'll find something there. And again, just changing the angle sometimes makes all the difference. Okay, are you feeling that? So I want you to keep on massaging it for at least another 15 to 20 seconds. And you can go in whatever direction you like. Now this point is a very powerful point for helping to relax the body and relax the mind. And so anytime you're just feeling anxious, you can just rub this point with your fingers, or if you have a golf tee, then you can do it with this as well. Okay, you can go a little longer than this if you like, but this is about what is good for me. And you'll get to know, as you do these points more and more, you'll get to know how long each point wants to be treated for and what it feels like when you're actually finished. The next point that we're going to go looking for is called the barbiturate point. And this is another point that is named after a drug. And again, that's only because it has a similar effect on the brain as the drug does itself. To find the barbiturate point, we're going to be looking on the left ear. I want you to find your earlobe and then move up this ridge just about halfway. Just about halfway. And right inside this little groove here, about halfway up, you're going to find something. And you might be a little bit higher or a little bit lower. And again, this might not be active for you, and that's okay too. So you might not find anything here. But I'm going to stimulate this. Now remember that what we're doing right now is not auricular medicine. This is kind of like home care. You know, if you go to the massage therapist or the chiropractor or the physiotherapist, they give you some home care, some exercises or some stretching, or massage therapists will often give you taking an Epsom salt bath as home care, which is a nice kind of homework to have. And in the same way that taking an Epsom salt bath or stretching is not physiotherapy or massage therapy, this is not auricular medicine. This is a way that you can help yourself a little bit at home in between sessions with your auricular therapist. The auricular medicine practitioner will go much deeper into finding points that relate to old traumas and emotional points, and be able to prioritize actually which points are the best ones to treat at this time. I think this one's almost done. How's yours feeling? Are you still stimulating? We've been doing this together for about 25 seconds or so, maybe a little more. So let's go another 10 seconds. Okay, that's good. Good for me, but if you want to go a little longer, feel free to do so. Okay, the last point that we're going to look for insomnia is the laterality point. Now, if you've done previous ear stimulation sessions with me, you may have already found the laterality point. The laterality point is really amazing because what it does is it helps balance the two hemispheres, or the two halves of your brain, and it helps them communicate with each other, which is super important when you're trying to have a good night's sleep. To find this point, you're going to go on your right ear and you're going to find the lobe again. From the lobe, you can go halfway up and find this little bump here called the tragus again. Right in the center of that, you go out a little bit toward the cheek. Okay, and on me it's easy to see because I have a hairline here, and it's just where the hairline begins. Okay, and so here I've found something very sharp. Have you found something there? How does that feel for you? Now, this is so sharp for me that I'm not going to put hardly any pressure at all. But I know it's a very good point. Now, the laterality point is not only for insomnia, but it's for many other things as well. As you can imagine, being the communication between the two halves of your brain, it's a very important point. Small circles, not sliding on the skin. And you don't have to do fast circles, you can do slow circles like this. Whatever you're comfortable with. How does that feel to you? You feeling like that's about enough? For me, I think that's about enough. So, those are the points that you can find on your own ears for insomnia. I'd really love to hear from you. How did it feel going through those points and finding them? Was it easy to find? Did you find that it was too awkward to work with? I don't want you to have to use a mirror for this. And part of that is going to be getting comfortable with your own ears and how it feels so that you can actually find the points by feeling as well. Please leave us a comment and let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and join me for another ear stimulation session tomorrow as you take a moment to give back to yourself. You deserve it.